Hello! This video will teach you about using ledger lines. Okay, so here we have our treble clef and our staff, and here are all the names of the lines and spaces. So the top line is an F, and if we were to draw in a note, that note is the top one on the staff. But what happens if we want a note that is above an F? Well, that's when we start to put line or notes above the staff and use ledger lines. So if we have a note sitting above this treble clef staff up here, so we go from line to space, that is a G. We just put that up on top of the staff like that. If we want to go above that, we put in our ledger line. So we draw a line just like that and put a note on. And now that is our A. Remember, we go line, space, line, so our next one is going to be a space. So we draw our ledger line there and put the note on top of it. Go back to line, space, line, and that can continue on indefinitely as high as you need it to go. So the note names just continue on in our musical alphabet. So there are some ledger line notes that we've drawn in above the staff. So when you see a note like this, there's no word poem to remember it. You just have to start at an F and count up. So if we had to name that note, we'd say F. Okay, so G space, A's line, B space, C's back to line again. So you just have to count up from the top one to figure it out. All right, so let's go down from the staff. So if our bottom note here is an E, and we want to go down, we'd go space, just like that, and exactly the same except going down. So line, space, line, space, line. Okay, so we'll just name these notes. We have D, C, B, A, G, and F. So just like you count up in the musical alphabet when you're going F, G, A, B, C, we loop around there, we count down the musical alphabet. So if we need the note that's below an E, we go down our alphabet from D or E to D, D to C. This is just the alphabet backwards, right? When we get to A, we loop back around to G again. We go G, F, and if we continued on, it would be E, D, and so forth. All right. So there's our treble clef ledger lines. So let's take a quick peek at what our bass clef would look like. Okay, so here's our bass clef. If we had a note on the top line like that, it would be an A. And we go line, space, line, space, just like the treble clef. Remember, this can go on as long as you want. We're just going to go to 3 ledger lines for now. So there's our A. We count up in the musical alphabet, A to B, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And guess what? It's just like the treble clef going down as well. So there's our bottom line with G, and we just go just like the rest. Just make a note to be careful when you're drawing your notes on the space that they're on the space, or if they're on the line, they have to be on the line, just to clarify so it's not messy. Okay, so now for naming them, we go down the musical alphabet. So from G backwards through the alphabet, we go to F, E, D, C, B, A. And if we had to go for the next one, it would be G. We just loop back around again. Alright, so those are our ledger lines for the bass and treble clef.